Well, welcome back to the wood shop. Done a few things in here since you last seen it. Did a little bit of reorganizing. Decided I wanted my toolbox here. Moved that workbench on the other side, which gives me a nice little place to make more mess. And moved the table saw and the shaper over here. And what you just saw, briefly, was a new thing I just bought. I had a DeWalt 735 planer. Just bought it, tested it out, couldn't get it to stop sniping on the back and leading edge of anything that I put through it. So I took it back to Home Depot and was done with lunchbox planers. So I started looking at my options, and I kind of wanted one of these combo jointer planer units that I saw, and well, they're not cheap at all. So the one I really want is a hammer, the A3, I think 16-inch, but I think that was like $8,000 or $9,000. But I actually happened to find this. I think it's kind of a unicorn, might not be a very good unicorn, but I found it on Facebook Market here locally. I've tried to find information on this everywhere, but it doesn't seem to exist. I saw a couple posts where people were asking for information. One guy kind of mentioned he knew a sales rep from Delta and said that maybe they had issues, but they only made these for a couple years. It's made in France. It's a Delta. It is a model 37-790, 2.5 horsepower, 220 volt, single phase, planer jointer. So what you see here is it in jointer mode, and we'll put it in planer mode by tilting this fence up, loosening those, and then pulling diagonally on the in-feed table and diagonally on the out-feed table, which exposes the cutter head and the dust collection. And you take this and you flip it up like so, and that moves your dust collection to the top so that it extracts the dust while you're in planer mode. So you can feed, let's see, we're 12 inches, and if this is true, 12 by 9. I'll probably never ever do anything that thick. Now you can adjust your height here. Take a look in there. So it definitely has gotten some use, but it doesn't look abused. So what's interesting is we have start and stop on momentary switches here. So there's obviously some type of large contactor inside. And then you have start and stop on momentary switches here, and then the master power on off. So that's nice. So you can turn it on and off while you're planing, and then you can turn it on and off while you're jointing. That's kind of handy. I like that. All right, so this fence does look a little anemic. It doesn't go the full length of the jointer bed, which is kind of a bummer. But we'll see how well it works. Looks like there is some fine adjustment here, and it looks like it probably switches from a 90 to a 45, probably just by loosening that, maybe. Yep. And there's some stops there, so I don't know how well that, yeah, I'll probably never do 45, but I will make sure that that is true 90, and I will cycle this open and closed a few times and double check for 90 to make sure it doesn't lose accuracy. Then we'll have to make sure that this table is parallel with the cutter head, so that way when it's planing we don't, you know, create a the wrong shape. So yeah, new shop tool. Again, an old Delta. They're cheap, I guess. We'll see if it works. If it doesn't, then I'll sell it. I'll get what I paid for it, and I'll end up buying the hammer. It's I already pre-warned the wife that that's a possibility. She cringed, which wasn't a good sign. But hopefully this will work. Hopefully I don't have to do that. This should be fine for what I need. Anyhow, that's it for now. Talk at you later.